Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great Monday so far, and as well as a great start to your work week. And in today's forecast, we are going to be going over a huge storm that's going to be coming to the United States at the end of this week, which is going to be bringing a little bit of rain and perhaps even some thunderstorms across the deep south. And then after that, the main things that we're going to be focusing on is going to be a huge polar vortex that will likely surge on in as we get around January 20th, which will be a time frame to really watch for, as we could even be seeing those negatives as far down south as the lower Ohio Valley. And we could also be talking about more snowstorms as well, which we will go over in today's forecast. But if you are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button as we upload every day. And it's also good to also look out for more updates, as we will sometimes do more than one video per day depending on how active the weather is. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know, and of course those are much appreciated. And of course make sure to share this with any friends, family, or even anyone who you know on social media. If you guys would please do that, that would be much appreciated. But let's first start off by giving you guys an overview on what to expect, just to show you guys that most of the United States is already pretty quiet. As of right now, we're going to be in a quiet pattern through January 15th, and then it will get active again, like what we were talking about. So we will need to watch a lot of the United States closely as we get into the future. But as of right now, a lot of the United States is mostly remaining quiet, despite the Los Angeles area getting on those wildfires, which I will go ahead and do a video sometime today on that. So make sure to stay tuned for that video, as I will have a big time update on those wildfires. And then we also even got some freeze warnings and even some winter weather advisories in effect in a few areas. Otherwise is mostly quiet for today. Now, the next storm system that we're going to be watching for, like I said, is going to be coming at the end of this week. We're expected to stay dry for the next few days, and then after January 15th, like I said, will kind of be more of an active pattern, as we are going to be tracking some rain, even some thunderstorms down there towards the Dixie Alley region. But if you're more on the northern side of the system, you'll likely kind of get a little bit of rain, maybe even a little bit of snow in some areas, so you'll kind of be more just rain than really anything. So depending on where you are, that will either determine on if you get thunderstorms or if you just get rain. So we'll definitely need to watch this closely by the time we get into this weekend. And of course that will continue to bring impacts as it moves onto the East Coast, with more thunderstorms definitely appearing possible. And of course we'll even have some snowfall on the northern side of that system, which we will continue to watch very closely. And then after that system heads out, we will be tracking maybe some more big snowstorms by the time we get into the end of our January. Because like I said, we're kind of going to be in a quiet pattern at times. So there will be times where the weather's pretty quiet. And then there will also be times where we will need to really track a storm system closely. Which after that one, the next storm system that we may be tracking might not be till the very end of January, guys, where we might need to watch for some snowstorms potentially rolling on through, which could definitely bring some impacts. It's just that we are really heading far out, and we can't really say exactly how everything will play out. We still don't know how intense it will be. We don't know the timing. We don't know where they will occur. We just know that it is going to be something to watch for, as a lot of the models are pointing out some potential snowstorms at the end of this month. So we'll definitely watch it closely for you guys, as even an ice storm event or two might even occur later this month. But as of right now, though, like I said, definitely looking very uncertain, as exactly how much freezing rain, sleet, and snow that we see is obviously going to remain uncertain. But this is just to give you guys a heads up that the end of January could definitely be on the active side of things. And then one of the other things that we're really going to need to be focusing on is going to be the Climate Prediction Center outlook. And as you guys can see, the latest from the Climate Prediction Center outlook is pointing out a big area of below normal temperatures, and that's pretty bad, guys. I mean, we're going to be seeing that cold air surge as far down south as Texas, and during that same time, we will also be tracking that potential for even that heavy snowfall around, which is one of the reasons why we are also keeping an eye on that very closely. So definitely make sure you are watching out for not only that cold air, but also that heavy snowfall as we head from January 18th all the way through the 24th of our January. So make sure you guys are really paying attention to this, as this could really be an intense shot of cold air, guys. We're talking intense temperatures down there into the negatives. We're talking even some teens, 20s, and even some single digits as far down south as the Dixie Alley region, and we could even be seeing those 30s surge as far down south as even Orlando, perhaps. So we will definitely need to watch this very closely, as extremely cold temperatures are definitely going to be possible. And if we compare that to the European model shows it a lot more intense, with those negatives getting as far down south as the Lower Ohio Valley, and even is starting to show those lower 20s getting down there into the Dixie Alley region, which could mean extreme temperatures, if why not frigid temperatures, guys. So this is going to be something to really keep an eye on closely as we get from January 18th all the way through the 24th of January, and this is where we could really be talking about some massive surges of cold air, and that's also what's going to give us the potential for even some major snowstorms. So we will definitely need to watch it very closely for you guys. Now, the final things that we're going to take a look at is going to be your total freezing rain and also your total snowfall. And as you guys can see, we will be tracking a huge ice storm potential as we get into the end of our January, which, like I said, it is going to remain very uncertain whether we'll get something like this or not. But this is mainly just to show you guys that we might be talking some ice potential anywhere from Missouri back into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and as well as into Pennsylvania. We could see something like that as we get into the end of our January. But like I said, it's way too far out to tell still, and it's just not something we know just yet. But we will definitely continue to watch it, as it does appear concerning. And same with the snowfall, which I actually kind of wanted to look at one of the ensembles for this, which is kind of going to give us a good idea on what to expect, because it's pretty much averaging out all of its members, so pretty much adding all the snowfall on each of the members, and then it's dividing how many members it has into the total amount of snowfall, and it's pretty much giving you an average amount, kind of like what the National Blend of All Models does, but instead it's pretty much the GFS model's own members. And this pretty much shows an average amount of maybe around a foot occurring in the higher elevations, as a pretty good portion of the members do agree with that. And same goes with parts there of the Great Lakes. We do have some pretty good agreement with the GFS ensemble members on maybe around a foot of snowfall also occurring around the lakes. And same goes with maybe even some snowfall occurring as far down south as the Deep South, maybe even into Arkansas, Missouri. And like I said, we might even need to watch the Ohio Valley, as we could very well see some pretty big snowstorms around. So we definitely will keep an eye on it for you guys, and same with you guys even over here out in the west. You guys could definitely be seeing some pretty good snowfall as well, so we definitely will keep an eye on it for you very closely. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's weather forecast. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we will do daily forecasts, and like I said, we sometimes even upload more than one video on this channel depending on how active the weather is. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already, and of course make sure to share this with any friends, family, or even anyone who you know on social media. If you guys would please do that, that would be very, very much appreciated. So make sure to do that if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know, and of course those are much appreciated. And of course make sure to leave any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have down below. Feel free to leave anything down below, and I'll get to those comments in just a second. And I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday, and as well as a great start to your work week, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.